This is the Bandolero feature lineup for round number 3 of the Showdown series. James Faulkner, TJ Moon on the front row. Great qualifying effort for Addison Martinez alongside Blake Crooms. Samantha McDonald and Mandy Lee, Hudson Ruff, Sadie Parsons, and Lily Wynot alongside Christopher Flynn. Your 10 starters. We are on our Facebook Live look in. Welcome into Auburndale Speedway in the Showdown series. First of 2 shows here this afternoon. We have an evening show starting at approximately 7 o'clock. TQ Midgets, about 20 of them in the pits. 602 Modifieds. And, of course, Legends and Bandoleros, and they have been the show. So far this week, we saw an excellent Young Lions feature just a bit ago. We're about to see the combined Bandoleros, and they come to green. If you're watching us on Facebook, you're going to want to head to SeriesShowdown.com to see all the racing action tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. Stacked cards here at Auburndale Speedway as the 007 of James Faulkner goes to the lead. TJ Moon has been the driver to beat in this division. Moon, the top outlaw, the 007, the top bandit. And Faulkner found something. And he is controlling this field. Great qualifying effort for the white number 13 of Addison Martinez. Martinez in third, McDonald in fourth, and Hudson Ruff in position number 5. And there goes the 32 of Crooms. Crooms was on the podium yesterday evening. One of our local bandit drivers moves to position number 5 and trying to get a little bit more as they look at Samantha McDonald. McDonald up the hill. Here comes Crooms to the inside. And it looks like Crooms will pick up position at number 4. Needs a little more to get up to Addison Martinez to try to take that third place spot away. 6 laps are completed. Ruff almost goes a little bit wide in a corner number 4. Yellow is out, and it's a multi-car in turn at number 4. Wynot, Parsons, Mandy Lee. So multi-car down there in turn number 4. They will get those cars untangled. Want to say hello to Kyle McGowan, who is watching. Kyle probably has a snack right now in the office, tuned in, as they try to figure out who is going to get disconnected first over there in turn number 4. So 6 of the 14 laps have been completed. The 2 has their roof up. They're going to chat with the 3. It looks like Wynot is climbing out of the overall number 2. As we put this field under the red flag. Helmet off. Looks like the 2 of Wynot may be done for this one. Second year of Bandolero racing for the driver from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. And it looks like Mandy Lee may be ready to climb out of that one as well as we send Mission Towing and Recovery over to turn at number 4. And Sadie Parsons out of the car as well. So Faulkner leads TJ Moon. Looks like Chris East is up there in the turn 2 area having a conversation with his driver, TJ Moon. Addison Martinez in position number 3. Great effort so far for the 13. So the 41 is getting a flat toe back to the pit. The Redhead Racing driver, originally from Fredericton, New Brunswick, now calling the Charlotte, North Carolina area home. Sadie's up in turn number 4 chatting with some of the fans. And they will also need a tow for the 2 of Why Not. I think they are going to try to put 2 on the same flat deck. So they will hook those cars up, and we'll be back to green momentarily. There you go. Hi, Tom.
How you doing?
Not bad. You've had a busy week over here.
Oh, yeah. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Yep.
Enjoying it. Beautiful weather.
Yep.
Great racing.
Yep. Racing's been good. Racing's been tight. You're excited, I'm sure, for modifieds and TQs tonight, too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those are really and not to disrespect any of the other classes, but the mods and the TQs, because the fans here never see them.
Right.
So that's really the featured attraction, and we've got a great field of TQs and, a good field of mods as well. It should be a lot of fun to see how they race on the quarter mile versus just hot lapping.
Yeah. And even the Legends and the Bandoleros have put on quite a show.
They really have.
For some of those teams that are back there that may have to repair a couple of race cars, it might be too much of a show, but
yeah.
it's been great to watch.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's, again, these kids they're from all over the country.
Yep.
So a lot of them don't race against each other very much. They don't know their tendencies. So that's why you see some of the accidents, the contact that you do, because, one thinks the guy in front of him is going to zig and then he zags, or whatever. And so, but there's been some great racing. A few kids got double features yesterday, and it's looking like today's going to be just as competitive.
Absolutely, small little hiccup or small little speed bump in this Bandolero feature as the girls are getting the ride back to the back pit in the golf cart. Final couple of cars being loaded. But these kids are the future of the sport as well. They're going to have a busy week. Some of them are going to do 2 weeks of racing. Some of them are here just to enjoy the sunshine for a week, but it's good to see them all here, and they put on an awesome race so far.
They do, and you're right. And this is good early practice for them before they go over to Citrus for the Nationals. It gives, if you're going to come all the way to Florida, it's good to have, a handful of extra races,
Get two major events for the one
Price
haul.
One haul, exactly. Yeah. So it makes it more efficient to come down. You can. I talked to a gentleman from British Columbia yesterday who brought a couple of cars down.
Yep.
And he told me that they're going to spend as much between here and Citrus as they spend in an entire season racing at home. But he said basically the amount of races they run up there is equivalent to this.
Yep.
So, and he said in some cases, really the competition's even better. So he was thrilled to be able to have this.
For a driver that comes to Showdown and gets 6 races in 4 days, that's for up north, the Northeast, Canada, some of those racetracks, you're getting half a season in.
Yeah.
For the TQ midgets, I saw the Can-Am midget schedule here a couple of days ago, and I think they've got 12 races in their schedule. They're going to get 3 here, so they're going to get a quarter of a season. They would in Ontario down here for the Showdown series. So
TQs are crazy.
They are.
They're going to put on a great show because they'll be very darty once racing starts. So it'll be interesting to watch them run on this quarter mile.
And even Randy said last night, you have several different clubs
that
are here and that are represented. So it's kind of like an all-star race. And even Brad said it in the drivers' meeting for the Legends and Bandoleros. Some of these drivers don't get to race with each other all season long, except for an event like this. So it gives us a great show because we get to see drivers we don't usually see. And for those drivers on the racetrack, they race with drivers they don't race with all year.
It's a very big stage for them, too, to be a headline class at a place like this.
Yeah.
And so it gives them an opportunity to be a headliner, versus just in addition to the field. And it's great to see the different clubs coming together with no ego or anything else, just saying, hey, let's all go racing and have a good time. And that's what we need more of.
And for a field like this, just looking at the front straightaway, you get the 83 of Hudson Ruff and the 14 of Samantha McDonald, who get to race with each other every Friday and Saturday night in Canada. And then they get to race with TJ Moon, who's racing for a national championship. James Faulkner, same way in the 007. So you've got drivers that start off the season with different agendas, too, going forward to kind of get them here. It's a nice little melting pot.
Yeah, and TJ and James were both very impressive yesterday.
Yep.
And Samantha, I think, had a third place. And so, these youngsters really doing a nice job on a track that's neutral for most all of them. And there's 1 or 2 locals, but that's it.
Yep. They don't usually get a whole lot of time, and you ask them,
it's a big track for the bandos.
It is.
And that's what we forget is these are, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old kids.
Yep.
And they're racing on this is like Daytona to them.
Yep. They can't make that mistake. They can't make that one little misstep because they lose so much time, and especially with these experienced kids that we have up in front, there's not a whole lot of time to make those mistakes, especially in a feature with 14 laps remaining.
Yeah.
So 14 laps to go in this one. We are on Facebook, so I want to say hello to those that are watching on our live look-in. We're going to show you the remaining 14 laps of this one. Then you're going to want to head to seriesshowdown.com to see all the racing action. Yeah, we are racing all weekend long.
Yep.
Obviously, Legends and Bandoleros are kind of the spotlight yesterday, and they get doubles today, but TQs next 3 days.
Yep. Modifieds
the next 2 days. I'm excited as a race fan to watch the Crown Vics $1,000 to win show on Saturday night.
Yeah, well, and see, Saturday is going to be a showcase for the local stars too.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a lot of fun to have the pure stocks, the mini stocks, and the Crown Vics. But it's great to have all the divisions, and next year we're looking to have a couple of more.
Green flag is back out on the racetrack. Choose was made on the back straightaway, and Hudson Ruff seems to be the only one in the 83 to choose the outside. TJ Moon going to try to hold off Ruff for position number 2. Faulkner, your leader, and Ruff gets down and tries to tickle the bumper of TJ Moon just a little bit in 3 and 4.
He tickled it. Just a little, but he tickled it.
The 5 of Flynn is off the pace. He got the wall.
Yeah,
that's broken.
Mike Joy would say that one's used up.
Yep, that one definitely is used up. Caution is out. That was a hard hit in turn number 4. Christopher had a slight issue on day number 1, spun the car out, a little bit of damage, but I think this one's going to be a little more intense for Chris Easton, Redhead Racing, to put back together.
Yeah, the Flying 5's grounded for now.
For now. If you're watching us on Facebook, drop us a comment down below. Let us know where you're tuned in from, who you're cheering for, and we will we'll pass it along here as we have another caution flag. And take a look at the replay here to see what brought out this most recent caution. You're going to watch for the...
He just get wide coming off the corner.
Last car in line here. Right there.
Yeah, just went straight. I don't know.
Slapped it with the back end. And
I don't know if something broke or he just stayed on the gas. We've seen a few cars do that this week so far. Just drift up wide.
So they are going to push the 5 back to the pit area. So driver is okay. They checked him out, all ready to go.
That's a good news.
Yep.
You can always fix a car. You never want to have to fix a driver.
100%. So once again, if you're watching us on our look-in, we're going to show you this race, and then we've still got the Legends race. Yesterday was exciting. There was a little bit of fireworks. Brad may have had to have a conversation with two of those drivers after practice today, but I think we're going to be
It's
be
just
good.
kind of an education process, right? To sort of explain,
Yep.
this is what you did, this is what we would rather you'd done,
Right.
and this is what we need you to do going forward.
And you still got some more racing to do this
Right.
weekend, so don't mess it up.
Yep.
Darcy Stokes says, Scott Wynot told you she was waiting for Dad to get to Florida for some damage. I haven't seen Scott here today yet, but I'm sure they're back there now working on that number 2 car of Lily Wynot. Brett Biron's watching. Brian Healy's heading down tomorrow. What do you see in here, Tom? That's not as designed.
No, it's not supposed to hop like that. I'm just looking at the door. It says the Panda.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a bear to fix.
Yes, it is.
I would think.
Yep. Goes back through the crossover gate.
Yeah,
We have
obvious.
yet to choose.
Panda joke before we go back to green. But, yeah, that was a tough break for that young man.
Yep.
You don't want to see anybody get in the wall. That's not
No,
fun.
absolutely not.
But it could have been much worse,
Yep.
it looks like. So hopefully they can get them back together for the later program.
So a slower midway portion of this Bandolero feature as the field works down the back straightaway. The choose cone is still back through the crossover, so it'll be at least another lap or so. They may give a opportunity to try to see what happens there with the 5, but the cone is now coming out in the back.
We can get some green flag laps going. I think you're going to see the battle develop for the lead because those two went at it in reverse order in both features yesterday. TJ Moon got the win, and Jacob Faulkner was second. But they're about even right now. So it'll be interesting to see and to see if any of these other cars can find a little more speed in the last 10 or 15 laps. And
I'm interested to see what kind of pep talk that it looked like Chris East was giving it to TJ Moon under that red flag up there. They were having a conversation. Moon's going to go to the outside on this one. Samantha McDonald also goes to the outside in the pink 14 car. Hudson Ruff picks up a couple of spots on that exchange. We'll move to the inside of row number 2 alongside McDonald, and next time by, we're going to let him go again. But, yeah, you mentioned back and forth between them yesterday, and now Faulkner has the advantage. It's just a matter of what TJ Moon can do, and they've got plenty of laps to get this thing done, too.
yes, for sure. And both of them raced each other very clean yesterday. I was really impressed with that.
And TJ Moon was down here last year, likes this racetrack, has got some laps in, and is trying to get a little bit more here as we get ready to come back to the green. James Faulkner in the white 007 leads them down. TJ Moon gets that run to the outside, and they'll be wheel to wheel down through 1 and 2. Look at the 9 of TJ Moon on the outside, though.
Faulkner hanging on the inside. It's hard to say which way the momentum goes here, but again, look at the two of them working. Oh, Moon
TJ.
slid wide,
Oh,
and
no.
that's not good. We're going to go back to caution here, and looks like Ruff has picked up some damage out of that.
Hate that for Hudson Ruff. Hudson is not happy, I don't think.
No, he was just kind of a victim of circumstances there. Moon got wide off the corner, and
Hudson is out. Hudson is not happy. And
that changes the complexion of this race entirely now because Moon was perhaps the biggest challenger here for Jacob Faulkner, or James Faulkner. Watch what happens here coming off the corner. Yeah, just got into the wall and then.
Close call for Addison Martinez as well in the white 13 car.
Yeah.
So it looks like he goes wide. If he slaps the wall there and then nowhere to go for Hudson Ruff.
No,
Hudson wouldn't
he's
have
just
expected
running
him to
his
come back
line coming out of the corner and didn't
Here's
expect the 9 to be there.
This is going to be a good shot of it here. So TJ Moon wide, hits the wall, and then right back into the 83.
Yep. Karam's off the wall right into Hudson Ruff. Great job by our camera crew here on the replays.
Hudson has one of the most Canadian sponsors you're going to find at this racetrack. Doherty Fullerton Pure Canadian Maple Syrup. They brought me some last year.
That's a long name.
It is. The product is amazing, though. They brought me some last year in June at Scotia
Canadians
SeaWorld.
can do several things very well.
Yes.
Maple syrup's one.
Yep.
Bacon is another.
Yep.
Beer is a third.
Yep. AJ will tell you poutine.
Yes.
Yep.
Poutine.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, something like that. But they're going to hook the Mission Towing and Recovery. I know they're a big part of this deal, but
Yes.
they've been busy during this Bandolero race.
Yeah, they have. I think they got a little more than they bargained for when they signed up to support our event so far. Hopefully won't be needed as much going forward. But, yeah, this Bandolero race definitely has been tough. And that happens sometimes. Yep. Cautions do tend to breed cautions. And, again, I think, you got to keep in mind, these are young racers, 12, 13 years old, and this is definitely a big track for them for sure.
Jennifer Brinson's watching. Beautiful day for racing. Want to thank Sunshine State Racing for supporting and doing everything that they do down here.
Thank you.
Colin Harden, Colt Cams out of Canada is a great sponsor too. Absolutely. Jason Robinson's watching 5 minutes away from the racetrack. We'll get here. Come on back. 7 o'clock is the big show. And Macy Ruff is watching from Long Reach, and Mom, driver's okay. But a little worse for wear. They do have 2 cars, though, in that 83 camp, so I'm sure they'll bring the backup out for the next one if Lonnie and Jeff can't get that car fixed. Who else do we have here? Carl Tracy's watching. Chris McMullen. Mark Gautreau is watching. Mark's a big tow truck guy up in New Brunswick, Canada, so he's admiring the tow truck more than he is the race cars right now. So, Mark, good to have you along for the ride. Head to SeriesShowdown.com to see all the racing action. As we mentioned, one more race here in the afternoon program. Then we're back tonight with TQ, 602s, Legends, Bandoleros. Tomorrow we're back as well as we are on Saturday. So head to SeriesShowdown.com, get your pass for today, and enjoy some great racing action with us from the beautiful Florida sunshine. And in the case of Jason, and you're just a few moments away from the racetrack and you're within earshot, get yourself to the racetrack tonight for 7 o'clock. It's going to be a big show. And I was told that AJ's getting his pizza afterwards.
There you go.
Yeah, so another reason to get down here. Brooke Johnson says hello. Freddie Bannister's watching on our live look-in. We did have a couple of Canadians roaming around here as well in the grandstands. It's been a great time.
We should talk about some of the supporters
that
have been such a big part of our race this year and helping us to make all of this stuff happen. Want to thank TrackTune and Auditory Defense. TrackTune, a great app. Those of you who are on the grounds here, if you're able to, you can download the TrackTune app and then just you can hear everything over the PA system from your phone if you're on the grounds here. It's a great way not to miss the call of the action. Auditory Defense here as well. They are a hearing protection company. Lots of great hearing protection products there. Sunoco Race Fuels, our official fuel. American Racer. Of course, Kyle Beatty Racing and SKE Karts for their class sponsorship. Southern Racing Fuels, Race Wraps, Redhead Racing, Mission Towing and Fleet Recovery, and the folks from Aqueduct Water Transport as well.
And Aqueduct and Professional Motorsport Solutions has a little bit of a 602 modified point fund.
Yes, there is a combined point fund between here and New Smyrna for the 602 mods. So that's a cool deal, and we want to grow that even more for next year because we want to work with New Smyrna with those classes and try to get, again, it's all about giving the drivers more for their haul here to Florida.
Absolutely. They have made the choose on the back straightaway, and there's 5 cars left, Tom, but these 5 cars, Samantha McDonald on a podium yesterday, Addison Martinez has shown some speed, Faulkner and Moon have been the story back and forth in this one, and the young Coombs, the Bandit driver, Blake, was on the podium yesterday.
Yes,
so 5 cars left, but 5 really capable cars and drivers set to go at it.
And now we get to see if TJ Moon can come from the back and challenge James Faulkner for the win.
Absolutely. They still have 12 laps to go this time by. Your control car is James Faulkner. Green flag flies, and we're back underway. Side by side for second. Might be 3 wide as Coombs looked to that inside.
Boy, good thing he backed out of that. That was fixing to be trouble there. Here comes TJ Moon to the outside, looking to pick up a spot, and he will.
Moon is one of those quiet kids, but he's got, it's almost that quiet confidence that he has. And you know he's got a fast race car. I think he's going to rebound here. Got that wall, now sitting in position number 4. Still got a couple of cars to get up here to at least second. Faulkner's beginning to build a lead, though.
Yeah, that's what when you have a situation where you got to come from the back on a track this size, you always worry that the leader gets away before you get there and you run out of laps. And that Moon now looking to the inside. He'll take over third And now it's, can he get to second? I don't think, unless we have another yellow, I don't think he's going to catch the leader.
Martinez might have lost a little bit of oomph in that race car because the 13's fall into position number 5. Moon was able to get by, and the 32 is trying to get up there to the 9 of Moon. The 14 is Samantha McDonald in second. Faulkner is gone from this field with 8 laps to go.
Boy, that number 9 is just running. You can tell by the way that car handles. He can run inside or outside. He's closed right up on the back of McDonald for second. And he's going to make the move down the back straightaway.
Going to go to the inside, TJ Moon, and he might have that little chip on his shoulder from earlier. Going to move to second, and now here comes Crooms to the inside of Samantha McDonald as they battle side by side for position number 3. Sam slams the door, the 32 trying to get back to the inside.
Coombs looks, backs out of it going into the corner. Meanwhile, James Faulkner has checked out, tipped the bellhop, and left the hotel.
Whatever was ailing that 13, I think Addison Martinez has it figured out. We got a 3-car battle for position number 3 as Crooms goes to the inside of the 14. Bandit driver, little contact, little close quarter there. He picks up position number 3. We saw him on the front straightaway yesterday, Tom. He's about knee-high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a whole lot to say when he gets out of the car, but the kid can drive the future of the sport here in Florida behind the wheel of the 32.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the locals running in third, looking for another podium on the weekend.
As they come by this time, the 32 picks up that third-place spot. Faulkner is gone. TJ Moon's got a little bit of an advantage back to position number 3, and Crooms begins to make a little bit of headway on Martinez. McDonald's fallen to position number 5 with 3 laps to go. So after a little bit of a slow start in the middle of that Bandolero race, it looks like they found their footing. Faulkner comes by this time and sees 2 laps to go. You know this kid's going to be pumped up to win this one.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yep. Very well-spoken 11-year-old racer. You're going to be very surprised when you hear him give his post-race interview if you missed yesterday, as he speaks extremely well.
Got to hold on for another lap, though. White flag out for the 007. Faulkner leads him down into turn number 1. Moon in second. Crooms in position number 3. Couple of bandits going to be on the podium of this one if they can hold on to their positions. Couple of podiums yesterday, and it's going to pay out for a win on round number 3. James Faulkner to the double checkered. Faulkner wins over Moon and Crooms. We'll go down trackside and chat with your top 3. James Faulkner's your winner. Feature win on day number 2, round number 3. James, how much did you have to earn that one behind the wheel today?
Well, I really feel like my dad's been slaving away on the car. We've been working on it so much, and so I just want to say thank you to my dad. But first of all, I want to thank my Lord Jesus Christ for dying on the cross for my sins. Because, listen to me, crowd, without Jesus Christ, we wouldn't be here. And if you do not believe in Jesus as your Lord and Savior, I pray and I hope that you will accept him as your Lord and Savior. And I'm just so happy, and I want to pray for our country right now because it needs to be in a better place.
You've got one more feature to come this afternoon. You and TJ Moon have been back and forth. Can you get another one here this afternoon?
I don't know. I'm going to try my hardest, but I want to say good job to TJ Moon in third place. It's been a heck of a run with him. It's really fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
James Faulkner, your winner. TJ, you had to come from the back of the field after that little scare in turn number 4. How did it drive after that one?
It was a little bad because I hit the fence. Good job, James. Good job, 32. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Redhead Racing, Cochran, Dean Hanscom Heating, Simpson, Whaley's. Thanks.
You were fast there at the end, just needed another caution?
Yeah, I couldn't get to James. He's really quick.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's TJ Moon over here to Blake Crooms, again on the podium. Congratulations. Great job.
Thanks.
You had to pass a couple of cars there at the end. What did you have to do to get up to third to pass those cars? How did you make that move?
Stick and grip.
There you go. Lots of speed. Congratulations. There you go. There's Blake Crooms, another podium. Future of Florida behind the wheel of the 32. That's going to do it on our live look in. Head to SeriesShowdown.com to see all the racing action throughout the weekend. We've got one more on the afternoon.